Thai team, raise your hand. It's kind of interesting, you know, before everybody had their flag, they go, oh, Thai team! And I say, Thai team, you go, whoa, okay. You're from the Thai team?
Yes.
And what's your name?
Brian.
Brian? How you doing? I'm Larry. Brian, I'm going to do a little role play with you. Brian, it's 1978, right? Practically when you were born, all right? You are the top automobile mechanic in all of Thailand. People from everywhere, including Pattaya, bring their cars to you to service and fix their carburetors and their engine because you're the best. You're world class. 1978, you're making a lot of money. You got 10 cars, 10 wives, 10 houses, 10 everything. By 1982, you're out of a job. In fact, all your cars have disappeared. All your wives have left you. You're all alone. Can anybody in the room tell me why this incredibly successful entrepreneur in 1978 was a millionaire and 4 years later he's broke? Can anybody tell me?
Fuel injection.
Fuel injection, exactly. You know, the interesting thing is he was so wealthy and he relied on one thing over and over. And it worked for him and he made money and he was so happy. And people came and told him, you know, don't change this, do this. And he said, forget it, I'm making more money than you. And then 4 years later, he was broke. And the reason he was broke was because what worked so successfully for him, he became obsessed and he decided he did not want to change the formula. And suddenly technology came, the competition came, and suddenly from total success to total failure. So ladies and gentlemen, I think one of the most important points that you heard was this ability to see things differently as they happen, rather than to solely and blindly rely on what worked for you in the past. And that's what we want you to do. We want you to have an open mind to new ideas of doing things. In Alan's speech, I picked up the words of the past. He put you through some history, right? He said in the past the things that we did were establishing, delivering, gaining. In the future, phase 3, your strategy, changing, being different, working smarter, leveraging, knowing better, all right? All of those things I want you to keep in mind as you hear the other presenters. I want you to think about how to be different. And even though some of the things work for you so successfully, I want you to look at the context and the environment and then decide smartly whether what you've been doing is the right thing for the future. All right? So very, very important. And by the way, he made a comeback because now he joined Cadbury from his automobile.